Integers, Part 1. In today's lesson, students will learn how to add integers using a number line. Using what? Very good. So today we will be learning about integers, but before we begin, it's important to know what is the definition of an integer. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and write an integer, spelled I-N-T-E-G-E-R. Okay. An integer is a number. Okay. So an integer is a number, but it's a number that is on the number line. On the what? Number line, which I will show you a picture of in just a second. So it's on a number line, okay? Now, so that's number one. Read it with me. An integer is a number on a number line. Okay. Okay, so let's read about the second part of the definition. Integers include, now we're going to talk about the type of numbers, okay? So the first type of number is what you are familiar with, which is a counting number, right? If I ask you to count, you'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay. Well, those are actually called positive numbers. They're called what? Positive numbers, okay? And I'm going to write it in blue because everything that is positive is going to be blue. If you take a look right there, look right there. There's a number line, right? There's a number line on the wall. And the positive numbers are all blue. So I'm going to write positive. And in parentheses, I'm going to write the symbol for positive numbers, which is a plus sign, okay, like you're adding. All right? So integers include positive numbers. Now they also include negative numbers. So if I say what is the opposite of positive, like a positive person, is negative. So they also include negative numbers. I'm going to write this in red. Negative. And what do you think the symbol is for negative? What do you think the symbol is? If positive is a plus sign, then negative is a minus sign. That's right. Okay? Negative numbers. Now, in the middle of a number line, which I will show you, okay, there is a number, but it is not positive and it is not negative. Can anybody guess what it is? In the middle of a number line, you could look at the wall. What do you think it is? Okay, it is the number 0, okay, 0. So I'm going to go ahead and write 0 in black, okay, and I'm talking about the number 0. So go ahead and get that down, and then I'm going to use a visual to explain this. Okay, so this is called a number line. It's called a what? A number line. And a number line is going to have integers on it. And you know that integers can have positive numbers. Have what? Positive numbers, which are blue, right? And then there's little plus signs next to them. And it can also have negative numbers. It can have what? Negative numbers. And these are in red, and the negative symbol is like a subtraction sign. Okay, so which number is in the middle? Which number's in the middle? This is the number 0. Okay, is there a symbol next to 0? Is this positive? Is it negative? No. Okay, so 0 is neither positive nor negative. Repeat, 0 is neither positive nor negative, okay? Now, it's important to remember which side of the number line is positive and which side of the number line is negative. Now, what you're probably not familiar with are negative numbers. Now, negative numbers, when you count negative numbers, you actually start with -1, and as you keep counting, the numbers get smaller. The numbers get what? Smaller, okay? So it's important to know which direction the integers go on the number line, okay? I want to go ahead and start with negative integers since you might not be familiar with that. Now, when you have negative integers and you're moving to the left, you're moving where? To the left. These numbers are actually less than 0. Okay, they're less than 0. So go ahead and count negative integers with me. Say -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. And as you move farther away from 0, the numbers actually get smaller, okay? So for today, what you need to remember is that these integers, when you move to the left, are negative. So you're going to go ahead and write negative integers are to the what? What direction is this? It's to the left, okay? So all the negative integers are going to be on the left side of 0. Okay. So now we're going to talk about once you get to 0 and then you start counting positive numbers, what direction do positive numbers go, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going the opposite of left, which is right. So when you're dealing with positive integers, they go to the right. So you're going to go ahead and write positive integers to the right. Okay, go ahead and get that down for me. Okay, so to remember where the integers are on the number line, we sing the integer song, and you may remember it from last year. It goes like this. Negative to the left, positive to the right. It's the integer song I could dance all night. Okay, are we ready to try that? Okay, so I'm making a negative symbol with my arm when I go to the left and a positive symbol with my arm when I go to the right. Okay, are you ready? Set, try it. Negative to the left, positive to the right. It's the integer song I could dance all night. Okay, now stand up and try it. Sing the song. There hasn't been a song in a while. You should be excited. I am. Okay, you ready? With your arms. You're going to say, negative to the left, positive to the right. It's the integer song we could dance all night. Good job. Okay, so you're going to have to, go ahead and sit down. Okay, so you're going to have to know this song to remember which direction to go when you are adding integers together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 4 examples of how to add integers together. Before we begin, I just want to show you something. Okay, so positive numbers can have a positive symbol, but the positive symbol is often invisible. So these just become counting numbers. Let me give you an example. Using a number line, how would you add 2 plus 3? Now you know with touch math that you say 2, 3, 4, 5, and you know that you're at 5. But why is that? Well, it's because if you start with 2, you're going to go ahead and make a dot over the number 2. And 3, that's the number of spaces that you're going to move to the what direction? Remember, positive to the right. So you're going to move to the right 3 places. You're going to say 3 places. You're going to do 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. And where do you end up at? Where do you end up at? You end up at 5. And that is why 2 plus 3 is positive 5. Okay, go ahead and get that down. Okay, so let's go ahead. Read example B with me. It says positive 2 plus a negative 3. So what you're doing here is you're taking a positive number, but you're adding a negative number to it. So you're going to start with this number here, which is the number 2. Go ahead and make a dot on top of the number line where you're at positive 2. See how that's positive 2? Now, which direction should you go if you're trying to add a negative 3? Negative to the left, right? So we're going to go to the left 3 jumps, 3 places. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And what new number are we at now? What new number are we at? We're at negative 1. Exactly. Okay, you're at negative 1. Go ahead and circle that and get that down. Example C with me. It says negative 2 plus 3. Negative 2 plus 3. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and start with the first number, which is negative 2. Where is the negative? It's to the left, right? So look, this is negative 2. You're going to put a dot on top of negative 2. Okay. Now, this is asking you to add 3 to this number, to add 3 to it. Okay, so if we're going to do a positive 3, it's positive to the right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make 3 jumps on the number line to the right. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And what new number am I at? What number is this? What number is this? It's positive 1. That's right. So go ahead and write positive 1 and circle it. All right. And in our last example, example D, read it with me. It says negative 2 plus a negative 3. So now you're adding 2 negative numbers together. So where should you start on the number line? You should start at negative 2, right? Negative 2 is to the left. It's right here. So you're going to go ahead and put a dot on top of negative 2. Now, how many places are you going to jump and in which direction? You're going to jump over 3 places, negative to the left. That is right. So you're going to jump. You're going to say 1, 2, 3. And what new number are you at? You're at negative 5. Very good. Okay. Go ahead and circle that. So now you're going to do some of these examples on a number line on your own.